Going for gold, why some folks are headed to the California mountains in search of the precious metal. And talk about a big birthday. A SoCal woman turns 107 years old. Hear her birthday wish. You are watching The Rundown. I'm Lynette Romero, in today for Robin Winston. More on those stories in a moment, but first, many spend Memorial Day paying their respects to service members who gave their lives. In Riverside, thousands of flags honor the heroes who gave the ultimate sacrifice while serving our country. And in Boyle Heights, a ceremony and a 24-hour vigil honoring Mexican-American soldiers who died in service. This is at the 5 Points Memorial, also known as Los Cinco Puntos. Every year, volunteers stand guard and play taps at the monument for fallen heroes. All right, it's been chilly along the coast, but in Manhattan Beach, that didn't stop people from enjoying the waves and the sand. We saw groups of people playing volleyball, biking on the boardwalk, and grilling for this Memorial Day weekend. With Memorial Day being the unofficial start of summer, a Hemet firefighter who saved his son from drowning is sending a strong warning to parents. Despite all the security around his home, Zachary Petit's 18-month-old son could have drowned in their backyard pool. He says he didn't have to share this video on social media, but as a firefighter, he's responded to so many drowning calls in his career, and he wanted parents to see it.
It's that fast, it's silent, and you know, somebody needs to be present at all times.
Zachary is hoping parents will understand how important it is to designate an adult as a water watcher during pool parties involving children who aren't strong swimmers. And drivers are dealing with higher gas prices. The average price in LA County has gone up for the 10th straight day to $4.92 a gallon. Orange County is seeing similar increases. A gallon there will cost an average of $4.90. Analysts at Gas Buddy say the increases are expected to continue because of refinery issues. The national average is down slightly to $3.57 a gallon. And now let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Belen de Leon.
May gray will become June gloom this week. That marine layer isn't going anywhere. The temperatures will be consistent the rest of the week. Look at the 7-day forecast for the basin in Orange County, upper 60s through the end of the week. And then we have more sunshine into the weekend. Highs will be warmer in the 70s. Cool at the coast with lingering clouds, highs in the 60s for the next several days. The valleys will have a persistent marine layer and temperatures will be in the 60s. But Friday into the weekend, it will be milder in the 70s. The Inland Empire will get to clearer skies before anyone else. That's why the temperatures here will be a bit milder in the low 70s, warmer as we step into the weekend. In the deserts, you have the sunshine, but that's also where the winds are going to be picking up each afternoon. And in the mountains, nothing really big to report here. Thankfully, no watches or warnings in effect. Highs will be in the 60s for the next several days into the weekend, looking at temperatures in the 70s.
Belen, thank you. Police are looking for the person seen robbing taco truck employees at gunpoint in South LA. We have surveillance video that was taken near the intersection of 103rd Street and Avalon Boulevard. One of the men grabs an employee and holds a gun to his neck while demanding cash. One of the employees sustained injuries to his face. We're told the robbers got away with at least $500 as well as cell phones and wallets. They took off in a newer white Honda Accord. President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy have finally reached an agreement to raise the nation's debt ceiling. And now lawmakers are reviewing the 100-page bill before the House votes on it this Wednesday. With the agreement, spending on most items next year would remain the same except for defense spending and veterans programs. Among some of the contentious issues, there would be no changes to Medicaid, but there would be work requirements for certain people on food stamp programs. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warns if the bill doesn't pass and get signed by the president by June 5th, the U.S. will run out of money to pay its bills on time. The Writers Guild of America is asking members who are nominated for the Tony Awards not to attend the ceremony next month, but they will be allowed to pre-tape an acceptance speech in case they win. The writer's strike is entering week 5 with no end in sight. The WGA said they would not picket the Tony Awards, which are scheduled to take place in New York on June 11th. The biggest home insurance company in the U.S. will no longer accept new applications for property insurance in California. State Farm is making the change after spiking inflation and extreme weather like wildfires. In recent years, California has weathered whiplash from the worst wildfire season on record, a mega drought, and flooding from this year's outbreak of rainstorms. Now State Farm is denying new applications for property insurance policies in our state. Another issue is a law that forces insurance companies to require prior approval from the state before changing rates.
With the 5 years of intense wildfires and losses that we've had, we've pretty much lost all our underwriting profit that we had from the last 20 years.
State Farm says the change does not impact current home or auto insurance policyholders. Disneyland visitors are riding Splash Mountain for the very last time. Splash Mountain faced controversy over its design based on Song of the South. The ride first opened in 1989 and it will officially close after Tuesday. Families can expect long lines. In Florida, Magic Kingdom visitors waited in record-setting lines when the Splash Mountain ride closed there in January. The ride will officially become Tiana's Bayou Adventure, based on Disney's 2009 animated film, The Princess and the Frog, and that is set to open next year. All right, so California's new gold rush could already be here. Some gold miners believe the snow melt is loosening up gold deposits in the mountains. After heavy amounts of winter rain and snow, our state's rivers and streams are flowing at rates not seen in years. There could be enough movement of boulders and sediment in our rivers to unveil new gold deposits. The chance of finding more gold has more people heading up to the mountains. We talked to gold miners who said finding gold requires patience.
Some people get angry if they don't find nothing. I've known guys that come up here and they dig all day and they're pissed off the rest of the day because they don't find anything. Not me. Nah, I'm happy right here.
Well, an ounce of gold can fetch up to $2,000 in today's prices. The only way to get some, though, is to go up, look for it, and you just might find it. All right, it's that time of year when graduates walk across the stage. But for one student, getting into a cap and gown was only one step of the struggle. The Ventura County Valedictorian was in the hospital and didn't think he would be able to attend his graduation. NBC4's Kathy Vara has the story of how hospital staff stepped in to help the student out.
It all happened so quickly and unexpectedly.
Newberry Park teenager Jack Sugimoto was an active high school senior at Beacon Hill Academy.
Varsity volleyball on a Thursday, prom on a Friday, and then Saturday he had intense abdominal pain.
This wasn't food poisoning or appendicitis.
He's not one to complain. He's pretty tolerant with pain, and so we knew something was up.
Jack's colon had ruptured.
It was like, I almost felt like knives in like my stomach. I don't know. It was a lot worse than I have ever felt before.
3 emergency surgeries, and 2 months later, Jack is still recovering at Los Robles Hospital in Thousand Oaks. The threat of infection keeping him in treatment, and unfortunately, that meant Jack, valedictorian of his class, would miss giving a speech at his graduation.
My spirits were pretty low because I couldn't make it to graduation, and I thought that was like a really important part of life.
He's tried staying busy, playing his violin, even giving an impromptu concert for hospital staff.
It was really disappointing because we didn't imagine that he would be in the hospital this long.
But his parents came up with an idea to make it possible for Jack to attend graduation.
It was something that I wasn't keeping my hopes up for, but it's something that is a huge blessing.
And thanks to the cooperation of hospital staff, the surgeons, nurses, and management, Jack donned his cap and gown, not the hospital one, and was met with several rounds of applause. With balloons and well wishes, he stopped for photos before a medical transport and medical staff took Jack to his graduation to be with his friends, his rite of passage, his future brighter.
Wow, that was Kathy Vara reporting. Jack, we wish you the very best. What a great young man. One of Southern California's biggest car shows returns this Saturday to the Irwindale Speedway. Cody Walker, brother of the late actor Paul Walker, co-founded Fuel Fest 5 years ago. Fans can enjoy watching drift courses, competitions, monster trucks, and off-road demonstrations. A portion of the proceeds benefit Reach Out Worldwide, the nonprofit founded by Paul Walker. The Little Mermaid is making a splash at the box office. The remake of the Disney animated classic is a hit with moviegoers this holiday weekend. Stars Halle Bailey in the title role, who is being praised for her performance and her singing. The story is a live-action take on life under the sea for Princess Ariel and her journey on land. The Little Mermaid has already brought in over $95 million. All right, a woman in Glendora is 107 years young. We want you to meet Dorothy Doring. She was born in 1916. She celebrated her birthday this weekend, and she was surrounded by family, friends, and great music, and a really great birthday cake. Look at that. For this birthday, here is what she wished for.
10 more years of health.
10 years with health.
Yes, 10 years of good health.
We wish you 10 more years of good health for sure. And we wish you a really great birthday from all of us here at NBC4. Happy birthday, Dorothy. Graduates at UMass Boston got a very special surprise during their commencement ceremony. It was courtesy of their keynote speaker, billionaire Rob Hale.
So each of you is getting $1,000 cash right now.
How about that? They like it. This gift also came with a challenge, though, to each of the 2,000 undergraduates in the audience. Each person received 2 envelopes with cash, one with $500 for themselves. The other envelope had $500 to give to an organization, a family member, or a supporter. So they're going to do something good for sure. And you can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website at NBCLA.com. Be sure to tune in to Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. We'll be bringing you all the day's headlines. Thanks for watching The Rundown.